Well, we got some, first of all, the outside piece was about sunlight and, getting ourselves reacclimated to the time zone and trying to get our body clocks back on track. So hopefully there was some benefit to doing that outside of today's practice. And then we just, we continue to grow our defensive scheme and offensive system, try to scrimmage a little bit, get guys going up and down. Some of them haven't done that since we got back from China. And, it was a productive day.
AD said his thumb was feeling fine. Did you see any limitations from him in practice? Take any precautions?
No, I didn't. But we're gonna be safe. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. In terms of whether or not he'll play tomorrow.
Both Brooklyn and Golden State have had some success top blocking on their shooters, on their staggers and pin downs. What do you guys need to do in the future to be more productive on the counter?
Yeah, we got a counter for that, and that's to get layups. We got a couple in the Brooklyn game where we got paint catches and got our shots blocked. So we just got to be smarter with our finishes. And there's a second and third action that you play out of, with the big, because the big has to protect at the rim. So you play through that big in the two-man game, and we just got to be crisper with that.
Coach, I know you always try to go in stages in the preseason. What do you want to see specifically in the next game tonight?
I want to see us have less than 28 turnovers is probably the first thing that I want to see. I credit our guys for gutting it out last night and getting a win and playing hard for 48 minutes, but it was a little too sloppy, and we got to take more of an onus on taking care of the basketball.
Obviously, we all know that the team that's going to start a week from tonight will evolve. But between now and then, what needs to happen?
For the decision to be made?
In terms of, what do you want to see in terms of progress in this next week? What's the most important thing going into that opening?
We just got to continue to tie ourselves together, with our spacing, offensively and our decision making. We're still going to be looking at different combinations, and there's a lot, like we said all along, there's a lot of different ways we can go, and we'll continue to evaluate how certain groups play with each other, and make those decisions when the time comes.
When Anthony had the injury, and kind of internally, did you guys feel it should have been worse than what it wound up being, or how did you guys kind of process it?
My processing with injuries is just literally wait and see. You know what I mean? So I didn't try to rush to judgment about anything. For me, it was, I thought he might, thought about pulling him out when it happened. And, he got evaluated quickly on the bench in that timeout and said he was good to go. So, at that point, you feel like it's probably something minimal. And, you wait for the post-game evaluations from there.
Right, who will decide when AD does play? When will he play?
The medical team will decide, and AD. We'll see how it feels and do what's smart.
Right. We talked about Kuzma being cleared for non-contact activity. What do you expect in the next couple of days as you try to ramp him up?
Yeah, there's still progression to be had. He was very limited with what he did today. It was all no contact and limited duration. So it's going to take some time for him to get his legs under him and build up to the point, to the point where he's playing, live with contact, and then there'll be some time, where we want to see him perform in that and respond well to that, before we clear him to play. So it's still going to take some time.
What's sort of your process? Is it sort of next you want him doing 1-on-1, 3-on-3, or is there some other sort of steps you take?
Yeah, we're just following the lead of the medical team, and part of it's alter G work, part of it's scripting offense, part of it's 1-on-0 with the coach, going full speed, all those types of things from a no contact standpoint.
When you look at LeBron and what he does in year 17, so if he recovered and stayed healthy, what stands out as maybe special or unique about that?
Just the attention he takes, towards his body, take care of his body, and the commitment. He doesn't shortcut anything. The times this summer where I came into the office and, around 8 a.m. and he was finishing his workout, showed me, the dedication. If he had something going on that day, he was just going to get in earlier and get stuff done. So I think just the commitment is the thing that stands out for me.
Last few questions, please. Who's available to play tomorrow?
Who's available? Everybody but you know, the normal guys, Cousins obviously, and Talon, and who am I forgetting? And Kuz obviously is unavailable. Sorry? Yeah, Troy Daniels did not practice today, so he will be unavailable tomorrow. Quinn Cook did practice today, so we'll see how he responds to that tomorrow, and everybody else should be available.
LeBron told us today that he's doing his teammates a disservice to keep talking about this China thing. But there's very few athletes, not just in basketball, but in all sports, that have that kind of draw, that kind of magnetism where he can speak globally and people chime in good or bad. Do you ever want him not to do that, or do you just stand back? How do you approach that?
I stand back. You know, he's been remarkable with that throughout his career. You know, speaking up at the right times when it's necessary, and not doing so when it's not. So I stay out of that and trust him to manage that.